statement.
Mr. Chairman, thank you. I mean it. Thank you for this hearing. We fight a lot on this committee, and I think we may have a little vigorous debate tomorrow morning. But today is a subject matter where we have a lot of agreement and a lot of common ground, and so I genuinely appreciate the Chairman's willingness to have a second hearing on this important subject. 2 weeks ago, we learned some important things. Facial recognition technology, there are all kinds of mistakes made when it's implemented. Those mistakes disproportionately impact African Americans. There are First Amendment, Fourth Amendment concerns when it's used by the FBI and the federal government. There are due process concerns when it's used by the FBI and the federal government. We learned that over 20 states have given their Bureau of Motor Vehicles, Department of Motor, the database, driver's license database, they've just given access to that to the FBI. No individual signed off on that when they renewed their driver's license, got their driver. They didn't sign any waiver saying, oh, it's okay to turn my information, my photo over to the FBI. No elected officials voted to allow that to happen. No state assemblies, no general assemblies, no bills, no governor signing something, passing a bill to say it's okay for the FBI to have this information. And now we learn that when GAO did their investigation and study into how the FBI implemented this, there were all kinds of mistakes the FBI made in how it was implemented. I think 5 recommendations that GAO said you're supposed to follow that the FBI didn't follow. And all this happened. Oh, and it's been 3 years for some of those that they still haven't corrected and fixed those concerns that GAO raised with the implementation of facial recognition technology. And all this happens in a country with 50 million surveillance cameras. So this is an important subject, and I, again, appreciate the Chairman's willingness to have a second hearing and willingness to work together in a bipartisan fashion to figure out what we can do to safeguard American citizens' First Amendment and Fourth Amendment and due process rights as we go forward. And with that, Mr. Chairman, I yield back.
Thank you very much. I now want to welcome our witnesses. Ms. Kimberly J. DeGreco is the Deputy Assistant Director of Criminal Justice Information Services at the Federal Bureau of Investigation. Dr. Greta Goodwin is the Director